Welcome back, everybody. We're here with some more Farmers Dynasty. Last time we got our hay trailer and our grain trailer. And I've already moved up here, which we're not terribly far away from our farm. Our farm's right here, and we're just right over here. So we're not terribly far away. But this lady here has a harvester that has, it looks like, both connections with it. The grain and corn harvester. I'm guessing she's going to have a lot of work for us, but we're going to go ahead and go to town on it so that we can get our harvester. And after that, we are actually good to start making some money.
Have we met?
Hi, Janet.
I'm your neighbor. I live just across that lake. Moved in not long ago.
Hey, we just moved in too. Bought this farm and greenhouses to start a tomato business.
Tomato business?
But it's such a mess. I feel cheated. The greenhouses are a ruin.
I guess I can help you restore these.
Can you now?
The arms look like they're made out of fabric. It's kind of cool.
I don't have much money to pay you.
What about that harvester over there? I think it's worth the effort. I can take it for an exchange.
This sounds great. We have no use for it anyway. We wish to plant tomatoes and don't own any fields.
In this case, I'm on it. I will fix your greenhouses in exchange for that harvester.
I like how he has to state it so clearly in this. Voice acting is amazing. Boom.
A lot of work, but it's worth it.
Janet, what's up with your arms? You're just like a really porous person. Oh my god, your face... Are you a leper? Is your skin like falling off? That's gross. That's grody. She should probably get that looked at. Alright, let's get to work on her greenhouse here. And we'll go with my usual routine, outside, inside, roof. Which with these, I can pretty much just do the roof from the inside, which is kind of nice. This is a trashed greenhouse. I feel bad for her. Why would she pay any money for this property? It's terrible. I mean, if she's too lazy to do the work herself, that is, because she's making me do it because she's just lazy. I mean, come on, look at this. I can do all this in a day. It's not that hard. Restore the whole farm. And I keep checking the strip down at the bottom because sometimes those need fixed. And it's really easy to overlook that. Because it's just like such a tiny little piece of brick that needs fixed. A little bit of grinding here. A little bit of grinding there. It's all about grinding up on Janet's materials today. That wannabe tomato farmer. This is a small greenhouse, so it doesn't take nearly as much time. So we'll just run down this side, and this building should be complete. And then I guarantee you she's going to want us to do more and more and more. I think she wants us to do her barn, too. Maybe another greenhouse. I'm not sure on that. But, I mean, she does want to be a tomato farmer, so she needs her greenhouses, so I can't blame her there. I'll close the door for you. It was Janet. I already forgot your name.
Not now. Sorry.
Oh, I'm doing all this work for you, and you can't even bring me fucking lemonade? Why are you staring at me? Matt Hugh. You know, I forgot to check when I was on this side. Sometimes the frame of these doors is what's broken, and it's like really thin and hard to see. We'll just bypass it, and then you spend like a solid hour looking for what you need to fix. I've done that one too many times on this. I've also been doing that a lot on Car Mechanic Simulator 2018, which has been one of my other series that I have rolling right now, because it's quite enjoyable. So be sure to check that out if you're into these simulation games I've been doing. The money making, because we all know that's what I'm in it for. Making money on video games. I love it. I don't know why. I just have a thing for like... maybe I'm just power hungry. That's probably what it is. And recently I've been really enjoying these types of games. I do like survival games, and I do plan on bringing a few, like a little bit more variety to the channel as well. So, stuff that I haven't quite played, maybe stuff that I've played before last time, things like that. Because I can't, unfortunately, quite afford to just go buy a whole bunch of games. But I do like these kind of small early access games, which are also always more affordable, and they're fun to show off, even if I don't play them that much. This one, I'm going to put a lot of time into still. I mean, I've pumped hours into this just over the last couple days before I decided to start recording it. So it's quite enjoyable, especially once we get through and we're making progress and making money. And our farm gets all fixed up. We mow the grass. That's part of it. Really gotta mow that grass. It's bad down there. So let's hop on down. And she wants us to fix up her hen house. And unfortunately, that's not an innuendo. I'd be all for fixing up her hen house, if you know what I mean. Nice thing about the hen house is most of it we can kind of do from the inside. Might fix up our hen house soon and get some chickens going. I love having chickens in this game. Especially because they lay a lot of eggs. I had chickens on my personal playthrough for 2 days, I think it was. And in 2 days they laid like 40 eggs. And I only had 10 chickens. So I don't quite know exactly how that worked. It didn't seem too comfortable. It was like the 2 days I had them too. Like, and it wasn't like, oh, I had to wait a week and then all of a sudden they popped out a whole bunch of eggs. No, it was, I bought them and they laid 40 eggs in 2 days. So it's a good source of food though in this game. And since this provides that kind of a survival crafting element that you have to eat and sleep, that makes for a lot more interesting time than just farming, I'd say. And in the future, the developers have talked about adding in quite a few things. I know at the moment you have to, like, one of the goals is to get married, and I don't think there's any benefit to getting married yet, other than the fact that if you do, your wife will cook for you. If you keep the pantry stocked with food, she'll cook food that is more nutritional, like that'll keep you full longer, which is kind of nice. So we might dabble in that in the future, but my goal right now is just to get a new tractor. I mean, that takes a while, but a new tractor would be nice, because mine's so slow that I almost dread taking my food to the store, just because, like, I mean, my grain and stuff, to sell it off, just because it takes so long to drive there. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, I think we're almost done here. A little bit more fence to fix. I'm gonna go out this side, because I think that's it. Boop. And boop. Awesome. And another greenhouse. So basically, after we restore that greenhouse, we have fixed every building on her property for her. So, if that says anything about pure laziness, she's making us do all of it by ourselves. So she stands there and watches, and she didn't even bring me a lemonade. Selfish. Oh well, at least we'll get our harvester out of this, right? But we have to drive back and forth twice, though. That makes it even more enjoyable. Yeah. I do love this game. It's just the one thing I wish is that either there was better fast traveling or the vehicles moved a little faster, which maybe the fancier ones do, but early on here, it's entirely driving back and forth in the slowest vehicle in the game. So even the harvester moves faster than the tractor we have, which is kind of crazy because that harvester is massive and it moves faster. I don't quite understand that. Anyway, we're gonna finish up the outside here of her secondary greenhouse, which is a lot larger than that first one. Then we'll be able to get our harvester and head out of town and head down out of Dodge. I don't know. I don't do slaying at all. You know, I'm kind of old-fashioned. This is looking pretty. We can do this with our own eventually. This one is shaped exactly like ours. Same amount of rows and everything, so that's kind of cool. Need some rust removal. These are like little doors, like the windows on the roof. Opens those up. Unfortunately, when we're using our own greenhouse, it doesn't do anything for us to do that. I don't think it does anyway. I haven't grown enough to know. but it's all part of the learning process. That is one thing I like about this, is they show you how to build stuff, like how to repair stuff, and use like your scaffolding, basically your main tools. But other than that, they don't really teach you anything. And I kind of like that because it makes it more entertaining, you know. It makes it a lot harder to learn. And I mean, for all I know, maybe opening that at certain days or certain times of the day might help they may have made it where it makes the veggies grow faster or something. I'm not sure. But I don't know that yet. And the only way to know that is to experiment with it. Because, like I said, they didn't provide a tutorial or anything that teaches you how to grow stuff in your greenhouse. And that's got to be a really cool part about this game. It's all about learning. And that's kind of how farming is in real life. I mean, a lot of farmers have a lot of old family secrets, and it's just something they pass down from generation to generation. Alright. We're almost done here. We gotta finish up the roof. We'll be nice and close her door, even though she wasn't nice to us.
Janet, the job's all done.
That's fantastic. The harvester and header are all yours. I can also sell you the seedlings cheaper if you wish.
The seedlings? How do you sell me the seedlings? Let's run over here, because I know it's not going to let me talk to her just yet. So we'll run over here, which will complete the mission.
Care to talk?
Good evening, friend.
Okay. I can flirt with her.
You are so beautiful. I wish I'd dream about you tonight.
Oh, that's romantic. It doesn't sound
That's so
stalkery at all.
sweet. You are really nice.
I know I'm really nice. Thank you. Thank you, Janet. Jesus. Oh my God. Janet. Do you need to talk to someone? You kind of look like a carrot. But see, like if I move, then you just look like a leper. Here you look suicidal. Jesus. Janet, I'm sorry. I'm here for you. What's up with your... Oh my God. And she's just a leper. That's what it is. Not a leopard, a leper. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Where am I... Oh, it's all the way over here. My harvester. Alright, so we have the header in front of this. Let's hook you up. This is our grain header, and then the other ones are corn headers. So we got to run this back to our farm. Basically, we got to run this back, come back, pick up the other one. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to cut it out, so I will see you in a little bit. And we are back. I've parked my harvester and both the headers for it over here next to our plow and our cultivator. So when we actually get going on things, everything's kind of right where we need it. Eventually I will organize stuff, hopefully within the actual buildings, and keep it all put up. That'll just make life easier. So now I'm going to show off the awesome little fast travel that I was talking about before. You can just kind of click to bounce around. Really, that's it. That's all you get for fast traveling. But while we're over here, I think we're going to head down to the church, because we're not too far away from that. And then after that, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do. It looks like we only have 4 things left, I believe. An old cedar, hay baler, which we're going to need soon, manure spreader, and a fertilizer. Yes. Once we have all that, we will be good to just start doing our own thing. I mean, as far as I know, that's like pretty much all we need. So let's go ahead and head down to the church, because that'll give us some more social points. I don't really know how important social points are at the moment. I know they do give you a discount on stuff, but I think really after you're done with these missions, these initial missions, then there's not really any point to it. I am going the complete wrong direction. My bad. Alright, so I will see you once we get to the church. Alright, as I said, it wasn't terribly far away. We're pulling in now. There's not really much to it here. It's a very empty town, it seems. There's like a few people out farming. No one's on the road, so apparently I'm the only productive person around here. These guys are like farming, but none of them are like selling it off or anything, as far as I can tell. So, yeah, maybe they should try that. Let's be polite and stick to the road while we're going up to church here yonder. Alright. Apparently this place specializes in the outside, like, services, you know. There's a lot of benches here. There we go. Completed the mission. That's about all this took. Yeah, just kind of walk up and done. Okay. So now that that's done, we need the hay baler will probably be what we get next. That's pretty important. I mean, the cedar is very important too. But we might as well, we'll just head out here and get the hay baler. And he's going to be right there. And he's quite the distance away. So, once again, I will see you once we get there. Alright, we're wheeling up on Calvin's property now. That's his name. He's the person who's going to provide us with our hay baler, which is definitely something we're going to need. Alright, let's see what he has in store for us. This barn, probably. At least 2 barns, I'd say. It'd be nice if it's only 2 barns to fix. Hey, buddy, you should probably finish your roof over there. Hello, need anything? See, I'll just do the voice
Well,
acting.
yes. Is that baler available? I could use something like that.
Ah, what the hell. I'm leaving this place anyway. Selling, you know. Moving back to the sea. Guess this life's not for a sailor.
So, how much money do you have? Well, not much. At least not for such old equipment. But I do work.
If you say so. I guess if you restore these barns, I'll get more money selling the farm. So, I'm good anyway. What do you think?
You got yourself a deal.
You've got yourself a deal.
Yeah. Alright, there's my future hay baler. It's getting dark, but we have 2 barns to restore. So it shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Is that the one we start with? Not this one. That's where my star's at. Okay, fix this building. Boop. Boop. Plaster up these walls. This is kind of a nice looking barn. Like, not too fancy or anything, but it's something, you know. And I just landed in shit. Wonderful. And this is what I was talking about with the edge being red sometimes. And because if I was to fix this one, let me do that real quick. And you can see, like, the edge, that door frame is the issue, and you can hardly see it if you're not paying attention. I overlooked that so many times. That and the little edges at the bottom on some of the houses. These are luckily connected, but some of them are not. Ooh, it's a pain to try and find. It's so pretty when we get done with it. Our guy's very skillful to be able to fix all this with just a spackler. Like, we don't even have the spackle, we just have the spackler. You know, that's pretty impressive if you ask me. That sun is really good. Oh, that's why. It's like literally right behind me. That makes sense. Okay. That I can get from the second story in here, I believe. So let's run inside. I mean, like, the main support needs fixed, so that's kind of a problem. But he's let it go on that long. This will fix, like, all 4 across, too. That's kind of nice. So we'll get his little cow pens going for him. I love cows. Alright, I think that's it down here. Let's move upstairs. It's hard to tell with the way that sun's falling down right now. I think I was, like, trying to fall through the floor. Alright, there's that. We got the roof still. and this back wall. So we'll start back here. It's kind of a nice little barn. This area up here is kind of cozy. I like it. Oh, these roofs are... This roof is like screwed. Well, now it's nailed, you know, but... Alright. This is a good little nail gun, too. It's doing the job, apparently. Alright, we're almost done here with barn number 1, anyway. I may time-lapse through some of this, cut out the parts where I'm not really speaking, just because it's so, takes a while, you know. That's pretty much what this game is going to be. A lot of the play through on here, unless I just need to talk about something, but right now I'm good. This place is like really cozy when you get done with it. The roof is very pretty from the inside. I mean, the entire roof almost didn't exist anymore. None of like the inside boards are hardly there. I like how this, when we're doing the inside of this roof, though, it like replaces all the boards. It looks like, which is kind of nice because it like makes the whole interior just much cleaner. Alright. Fix the last building. We're going to jump down the poop chute here. Here's our next round. These buildings aren't terrible, really. These barns, they're tall, but they're not bad. This is what I was talking about, though, where it gets kind of repetitive. But we're almost done. We only have this one, then we have 3 more things. We need our seeder, our fertilizer, and the manure spreader. And then we can actually fully start farming. We're not going to be able to do a whole lot because all our equipment's going to be slow. But we have our 2 little farms that we can harvest and sell the stuff from that and use the money we get to replant. And then we'll see where we go from there. I haven't gotten past that, I'll be honest. Like I said, I've played this quite a bit, but I kind of just got up to working on that farm. I have my homestead completely repaired, and I've had cows, and I've worked with the greenhouse and some chickens, but that's about it. I don't know if, like, I think the amount of labor we're putting into some of these buildings is worth way more than what they're giving us. Alright. Especially, like, replacing all these bricks. That takes some skill. Alright. Let's head inside. See how much needs done here. Looks like the main supports need fixed, which is always wonderful when you walk into a building and realize you need to repair the main support of that building. Because, you know, it's not a safety hazard at all. I don't know what I just... Oh, I fixed the support. That's what it was. I was wondering why, like, the wall didn't get fixed. We're going to have to get ourselves on some scaffolding to finish this up. There, too. That way we can get on the roof. So we'll use this staircase to get up there, and then we can just kind of walk back and forth where we need to be, which is kind of nice. We don't need a ton of scaffolding to do everything. It's getting so late. It's, yeah, it's 8:07, which I'm down to like 28 sleep. I don't know exactly how that's measured, but basically what we need to do is finish this up and then head home, make sure we eat, go to sleep. We'll take our hay baler home. I know when we come out to do the cedar, it's going to be a plow job, so since it takes so long to drive, I'm going to make sure to bring my plow with me when we come back. Because the cedar's not that far away from here. Alright. And that'll be most of it. We're almost there. We almost have all our preparation H done to start up our farm officially. Because, I mean, we have some fields. Our granddaddy left us a couple fields out there that need harvested, which will be nice. It'll be fun to harvest that up in kind of quick money, you know, because we don't have to wait for that to grow, so we can make a good chunk of change that way. And I think really the way this kind of works is, like, I mean, after you get through so many days, I think I read that it skips through the winter. So basically your goal is to get your stuff all planted, like, at the end of the season. And then that way, when it skips through the winter to, like, the beginning of spring, I think, everything's grown and ready to be harvested once you actually can do it. So let's go ahead and take our scaffolding down. We'll run around to the side. That building needs some work. Let's run back over and see what Calvin has for us. I know it's
All
heated.
done.
All right, as agreed, you may take the baler.
Thanks. See you around.
Not for long, mate. Not for long.
Awesome. Alright. So let's pick up our baler. He's kind of standing in our way. I'm just going to run you. Oops. Awesome. Alright, so that is it for that. We have 3 missions left, it looks like, for us to worry about. So, this one, yeah, I was right. We have our fertilizer, our manure spreader, and our seeder. All of those are important. So I believe the next episode, we will either gather up all those, or we will harvest what we have and sell it off. We don't have to, like, those are important, but the seeder's the most important. But really, we have everything we need to get our fields harvested, plowed, and cultivated. But, I mean, we need our fertilizer to fertilize it, obviously, our manure spreader, and our seeder, so we can get the most effect out of our 2 fields that we have at the moment. And hopefully, after, we'll sell off what we have, and we'll get a few cows, probably some chickens, and hopefully by the time we get those fields seeded and manured, all ready to go, where we can skip, I think we skip to like the next year, then once we sell that off, we might have enough for a tractor next season, depending on what we grow. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna head home so I can get a little bit of sleep, it looks like, and some food in our system, which I have food here, so we'll go drink that. And we'll see you in the next one, where we should be able to finish up gathering all our equipment. So I'm Mr. Bull 97. Be sure to catch us in the next one. I'm going to be signing out.